From the pages of Beauties of Wrestling, spring 1988, comes a nuclear bomb of buffonts, body slams, and backstage betrayals. This is not a wrestling magazine. This is a kaleidoscopic war cry from the sequin-drenched battlegrounds of women's professional wrestling, where every page explodes with pin-up glam, in-ring grit, and more outrageous action than a late-night VHS brawl fest sold out of a truck stop in Topeka. Are you ready for the most over-the-top from the pages we've ever done? Then buckle up, sugar, because this one's hotter than Missy Hyatt's perm and twice as deadly. It all begins with a cover that dares to scream, color pinups, matches, wrestler bios, and lots more, in blinding neon letters that slap you in the face like a Brandy May forearm. You don't read this magazine, you survive it. We dive straight into a Misty Blue splash page that announces her presence like a 4th of July explosion. Then we're tossed into a visual vortex of glossy posters and mysterious close-ups until we land on the masthead. The legends behind this madness? George Napolitano, W.R. Mohali, names whispered in smoky locker rooms and screamed across fan letters soaked in Aquanet. Page 7 gives us the map. Medusa Maselli, Candy Divine, Wendi Richter, Misty Blue, Bambi, Baby Doll, Elizabeth Cat LaRue, Queen Kong, Malibu, Missy Hyatt, and, yes, the Terrorist. Matches span from legendary tag brawls like the Jumping Bomb Angels versus the Glamour Girls to deeply 80s grudge matches like Malibu versus the Terrorist. There's a fan poll to crown wrestling's most beloved beauty, and the winner, Elizabeth. No surprise there. She was the Mona Lisa of wrestling valets, perfect, poised, and radiating star power from behind the madness of Macho Man Randy Savage. We flip through more one-name wonders like Kat, Nina, and Susie Spirit before landing on a tribute to Wendi Richter that could be etched in granite. She's the woman who kicked open the door for the golden age of women's wrestling, dragging the business into the pop culture mainstream with Cyndi Lauper at her side and Moolah across the ring. Then we get into the dirty drama. Candy Divine and Bambi take on The Lock and Joyce Grable. It's hairspray and haymakers as the pages erupt into freeze frames of chaos. The magazine steers into legacy with profiles of pioneers like Ann Casey and photos of 70s legends like Sandy Parker and Donna Lemke. It's not just flash, it's history. Then it jerks the wheel and drives full speed into glam hell, with Baby Doll's partnership with Larry Zbyszko and Precious scheming her way into Jimmy Garvin and Michael Hayes' corner. Behind every hunky southern heel is a cunning queen with a can of hairspray and a plan. Page after page, the drama builds. We find Fallen Angel cloaked in mystery and shadows, a gothic icon who foreshadows the darker turns women's wrestling would take in the 90s. Then there's Debbie Combs and Sherry Martel clawing their way through brutal encounters, reminding you that glam didn't mean soft, it meant steel wrapped in velvet. And don't forget Jamie West, the undefeated karate-trained champ with enough fighting spirit to knock out a bull moose. The women of this magazine weren't just eye candy, they were wrecking balls in glitter boots. And just when you think you've caught your breath, page 34 offers a mail-order bike called the Trim Cycle, promising to cure depression, trim inches, and maybe even teach you how to work a headlock. But that's just the warm-up, because the next few pages explode into full-page ads for Fighting Gals Monthly, Catfight Spectacular, and Claws Magazine. The descriptions are pure madness. Topless fighting, biting, face-sitting, and punching with all the subtlety of a pile driver from the second rope. This isn't just a peek into 1980s wrestling culture. This is a time capsule from a planet ruled by glamazon gladiators. The Jumping Bomb Angels leap off the page, launching into tag team warfare against the Glamour Girls in a match so intense it practically melts the staples out of the binding. It's fast, it's fierce, and it proves that the women of the squared circle could fly just as high and hit just as hard as the men. The match spills into multiple pages of action shots, capturing mid-air drop kicks, hair whips, and tandem takedowns with a cinematic flair that puts blockbuster films to shame. The magazine wraps up with a final bout that must be seen to be believed. Malibu versus the Terrorist. Yes, the Terrorist. With a name like that and hair bigger than her attitude, it's the kind of match that makes you question everything and love it all at once. Malibu fights like a sun-kissed Valkyrie, flipping, flinging, and outsmarting her deranged opponent with a smile on her face and vengeance in her eyes. If wrestling is theater, this was the final act in a Shakespearean blood opera written in aquanet and fury. The last few pages go for broke. Jamie West is back in the spotlight, flexing her credentials and reminding us that technical skill and pin-up style can and should coexist. The subscription page offers more chaos in every issue. And then it ends, just like that. No curtain call, no warning, just a hard cut to real life, like waking from a glitter-drenched dream. Beauties of Wrestling Spring 1988 is a love letter to a time when women's wrestling was wild, unchained, and alive with character. It's cheesecake and chaos, it's history and high kicks. It's a reminder that wrestling is, and always has been, the greatest soap opera on earth. Only louder, sweatier, and packed with women who could throw down harder than most of the men. From the Pages has never seen anything quite like this. Like, share, subscribe, and for the love of Luna Vachon, don't let this one get lost to time. The beauties deserve to be remembered, and now they will be.